Hello students, now today we are continuing with the sum of chapter number 3 linear regression. In last lecture we have done only formula, and in that formula what is the important one that we are going to learn today. For that I have taken here illustration number 1. Now, without wasting my time, first of all, I am reading illustration number 1 from your textbook, because here only in summary, in summarized way it is written. So I am reading question from textbook, whatever given in your textbook. Illustration number 1. The following observations are obtained for life years of usage of the car. It means life of the car and their average annual maintenance cost of a specific model of a car. So life of a car, it means how many years car is used, and on that what is the cost of maintenance. That data is collected for particular model of a particular company. Now then after data is given, life of car in bracket, that is written years. Second is given average annual maintenance cost in 1000 rupees. So here that data I have written. Life of car, I assume it is X. It is given in years. Maintenance cost, I assume it as a Y, and in bracket I have written 30. It means it is in 1000. That is given in 1000 rupees. It means if life of car is 2 years, maintenance cost 10,000 rupees per year. 4 years life, per year maintenance cost 20. 6 years life, per year maintenance cost 25, because there is given average annual maintenance. Average maintenance, but annual maintenance 25. And all of we know, after using car, if it becomes older, then maintenance cost is high. So here maintenance cost is increasing 1 by 1 year. So this data is given, and I have assumed here X life of car and Y is equal to maintenance cost of the car. So that is written here. Now this is not 10, it is a 10,000. Same way this is 20,000, 25,000 and 30,000, but written in short. Same way years, 2 years, 4 years, 6 years, 8 years. Now reading ahead, obtain the regression line of maintenance cost of the life of car. Obtain the regression line of maintenance cost on the life of car, which is written here. Obtain the regression line of maintenance cost on life of car. So actually what we need to find? We need to find regression line. Now which regression line? Maintenance cost on life of car. So what is the maintenance cost? Sir, maintenance cost here assumed Y. So maintenance cost is value of Y on life of car. So life of car is assumed as X. So it is value of X. So we need to find regression line Y on X. In this way we can understand which regression line we need to find. So maintenance cost assume here Y, life of car assume here X, and we need to find regression line maintenance cost on life of car. So Y on X regression line we need to find. That is given in your question. Again, next also given. Also estimate the maintenance cost. we need to estimate maintenance cost. It means we need to find maintenance cost. Why? If, most time, if life of car is 10 years, it means value of x. This is the value of x. If life of car is 10 years, then what is the maintenance cost? We need to assume it, but it is possible after making regression line. Simple. Now we are continuing with the sum. This is the question. Now we know we need y on x regression line. So how we can find y on x regression line? So see here. First of all, I am writing here y on x regression line, which I need. Y is equal to a plus b x because regression line, in last lecture we have already seen regression line means y. Now somewhat changes I will make in this after the doing sum. Now see here. So what we need? Sir, we need y is equal to a plus bx. That regression line we need to find. So how we can find this regression line? For that we need value of a as well as value of b. We need both the values. So how we can find a, sir? So a is equal to y bar minus b x bar. This is my second formula. That is also learned in last lecture. So a is equal to y bar minus b x bar. So for that what we need? So we need y bar, x bar and b. Y bar, x bar is easy to find because we have assumed life of car is x. So on that basis we can find value of x bar. Same way here y. On that basis we can find y bar. But sir, how we can find b? Now for b, there are many formulas on the basis of correlation coefficient, Karl Pearson's formula. Remember it? Now from that I am writing one formula here. On that basis we can find b. So first, sir, we need b, then we need a, and by finding these two values we can find y on x line. Now for this b y x, b y x. So here values of x and values of y are small values, of which square is easy, multiplication is easy. So directly I can use simplest first formula of Karl Pearson. Remember it. On that basis I am making formula here. Second formula, sorry. First formula is sigma x minus x bar, y minus y. But here I am using second formula, n sigma xy minus sigma x sigma y divided by n sigma x square minus sigma x whole square. Don't write root sign, simple. Y depend on x, so x is a base, so only x values, x formula written in denominator. In this way we can find value of b. These formulas we have learned in last lecture. If anybody is missing to attend that lecture, please see my lecture. Now what we need in this formula? Sir, first of all I need n. That we know 1, 2, 3, 4. So n is equal to 4. Simple. So we have a value of n. Same way, sir, we need sigma xy. So for that, don't see sigma. We need first what? X, y multiplication. So here, multiplication of x and y, we need multiplication of x and y. So find multiplication of xy. 2 into 10, so 20. 4 into 20, so 80. 6 into 25. So how we can do? Do in calculator. 125. Sorry. 150. 8 into 30. 240. Sir, we have value of x into y. Now what we need? Sigma x. So find total of x. Total of x is sigma x. Total of y is sigma y. Total of xy is sigma xy. This is same as chapter number 2. Don't worry about it. Now, what we need? Sigma x square. So, sigma, don't see sigma. First find x square. So, sir, first x square. So, square of this, 2 square, 4, 4 square, 16, 6 square, 36, 64. Total of this, sigma x square. Sigma x whole square. So sigma x is here. No problem about it. Simplest one. So whatever we need here, that we have find. Simple. Now, total of this. 6 plus 4, 10, 8 plus 2, 10, 10, 10, 20. So sigma x is equal to 20. Now make total of this. 20, 10, 30, 30, 30, 60, 70, 80, 85. So 85 is the total. Make total of this. 100, 250, 250, 250, 500 minus 10, 490. Total of this 16 plus 4, 20. 20 and 30. 50. 50 and 10. 60, 60 and 60. 120. Now you can do in your calculator also. You can use calculator and find value. That's it. Now sir, replace values in the function. So first of all, we are writing n. So n means 1, 2, 3, 4. That is my value of n. So n is equal to 4. Sigma xy. Sir, total of this sigma xy 490. 490 minus sigma x, sigma y. So sigma x is equal to 20, sigma y 85. So write down 20, 85 divide by n, again 4, sigma x square 120. So 120 minus sigma x whole square 20 whole square. Now solve the sum that you can solve in your calculator. 4 into 490. So 4 into 490, 1960. 20 into 85, you will get 1700. 4 into 12, 120. 480. 20 square, 400. 1960 minus 1700. 260. 480 minus 400. 80. Now 260 divided by 80. you will get 3.25. So sir, this is the value of B. This is the value of B. Now this B value I can use to find A also. But for that we need Y bar and X bar. So first of all, find out right here, X bar is equal to sigma X divided by N. Sigma X is equal to 20. N is equal to 4. Answer is 5. X bar is equal to 5. Same way sir, we need Y bar. Y bar is equal to sigma Y upon N. Sigma Y 85. 85 divided by 4. So 85 divided by 4. You will get 21.25. So 5x bar 21.25 is Y bar that we are using here. So Y bar is equal to 21.25 minus B. Sir, B here we have a value of B 3.25. So write down 3.25. X bar. Sir, X bar is equal to 5. So X bar is equal to 5. 21.25 minus 3.25 into 5. 3.25 into 5. Answer is 16.25. Now 21.25 minus 16.25. Make difference and you will get the simplest one, 5. So sir, A is equal to 5. Now we have two values. First is B, 3.25, then A, 5. Now on the basis of AB, we can find regression line. Now value of A, sir, value of A is 5. So I am writing here 5 plus value of B, sir, that we also know B is equal to 3.25. So write here 3.25. So value of X, first don't write value of X. X is as it is. Now this become my regression line Y. Now regression line is Y is equal to 5 plus 3.25x. First question clear. Regression line of maintenance cost on life of cars, Y on X, that we have find. Now Y on X we have a line. What is the other question? Estimate the maintenance cost. We need to estimate Y. If life of car is 10 years, so X is equal to 10. When X is equal to 10, find value of Y. Indirectly they want to say this thing. So we are replacing here X is equal to 10. So now write for X is equal to 10. 5 as it is plus 3.25, then X 10. Now 5 as it is, 3.25 into 10. So the answer is 32.5. Now total of this two, 32.5 plus 5, 37.5. So this is the estimated value of Y. Means estimated value of maintenance cost. When life of car will 10 years, then maintenance cost is 37.5 thousand rupees. That is very important one. But this is the estimation. Again, I am telling to all of you, try to understand. This is an estimation. It's an estimated value. It's not an original value of Y. And that's why I am opening my card like game. Here I am writing cap. y cap. Why we are writing cap? Sir, because it's a estimated value. It's not a proper perfect value. It is nearer that value. And that's why in regression line also we are writing cap. Y cap is equal to a plus bx. Same way here, regression line, y cap is equal to 5 plus 3.25x. And this is my regression line. And then we are writing there y cap. In that we are writing y cap, nothing else. So y cap is equal to 5 plus 3.25x. We cannot write y only because y is original value. These are the original values of y. These are not estimated value. But on the basis of regression line, whatever we are getting the answer, that is the estimated value. And for that estimation, we are writing cap sign. And that's why it's a cap. This is the main thing. Y cap is written. Now everybody clear? 100% clear. That I know. Now, next, sir. So what is next? See and try to understand. Don't worry about it. This sum is 100% clear. So on the basis of this sum, we can say, sir, whenever we need to find y on x regression line, we need AB. And from that first find B, then find A, then find regression line. And on that basis, we can estimate any value by placing value of x in the function. Now, sir, we are doing next sum also. And that sum illustration number 5. This is illustration number 1. Now we are doing illustration number 5. So what is in that sum? Same sum. No change is there. Question is same. Even I am reading the question so that you can understand very easily. I am reading to illustration number 5. For the data given in illustration number 1, obtain the regression line of maintenance cost on life of cars by using shortcut method. Now, here clarification given, use shortcut method. So, same sum we have to do with shortcut method. Now, sir, which is the shortcut method? UV method is the shortcut method. So, we are doing this same sum with UV formula. So, I am clearing the board. Remaining things are as it is, no change is there. But now what is the change? We need U and V. Now all of you know how we can find value of U. And what is the formula of that U? So first of all I am writing formula also. Instead of x we are writing u, in place of y we are writing v, and making the new formula simple. N sigma uv sigma u sigma v divided by n sigma u square minus sigma u whole square. This formula we can make by using Karl Pearson formula. I will tell you something later. Don't worry about it. I will tell you something new later. In last lecture also we have written this formula. Now, see here. First of all we are writing u and finding the value of u. sir, u is equal to, we can find u by using value of x. So x minus some assume value. Sir, which value you are assuming? Here I am assuming 4. Here I am assuming 4 and divide by 2. I am dividing all the values with 2 because common factor is 2, so that we can find small value. Now try to understand. 2 minus 4 minus 2. Minus 2 divided by 2 minus 1. 4 minus 4 0 0 upon 2 0. 6 minus 4 2 2 upon 2 1. 8 minus 4 4 4 upon 2 2. And total of this, sir, 2. Answer sigma u. Simple. Sir, we need here sigma u. That we are fine. Again, sir, we need v also. How we can find v? On the basis of y. Y minus assume value. You can assume anything, but I am assuming 20. I am assuming 20. So y minus 20. And dividing it by 5. You can divide it by 10 also, but I am dividing here with 5. So 10 minus 20. This calculation all of you know. That's why I am doing very fast. 10 minus 20 minus 10 minus 10 upon 5 minus 2. 20 minus 20 0. 25 minus 25 5 upon 5 1. 30 minus 20 10. 10 upon 5 2. Total of this 1. Sir, sigma v 1. That we know here. Now we need uv also. So find uv. Sir, multiplication of this 2. U into v. 2 1 is 2 plus 2 0 1 4. Total of this 4 plus 1 5 5 plus 2 7. So 7 sigma uv. Same way, what we need? Sir, we need u square also. So find u square. Very quickly find u square. 1 square 1, 0 square 0, 1 square 1, 2 square 4, 4 plus 1 5, 5 plus 1 7, 5 plus 1 6. So 6 sigma u square is equal to 6. Now, sir, we have all the values. Simple. Write it. Now, most IMP thing. Here we have divided. This is called sigma, sorry, Cx, and here Cy. Generally, I suggest to all of you, don't divide. Don't divide with any value. But if you are dividing with any value, then this formula has some extra thing also. You have to write in multiplication, multiply Cy Cx. What is the base? X is the base, y on x. So x is the base, Cx is the base, y is in numerator. So Cy numerator, Cx denominator. In this way, we have to write formula. So one change, whenever you are dividing, then you have to write it in multiplication, because value of b, regression coefficient, is always changed due to division and multiplication. That we can say due to scale changes. Due to scale changes, value of regression coefficient changes. In correlation coefficient R cannot be changed by dividing or multiplying, because it is free from origin and scale. And here it is free from origin, means minus. By reduction or addition, there will be no change. But by dividing and multiplication, there will be change. And that's why it is not free from scale. That is 1 marker question also. So here we have to write Cy upon Cx because here we have divided, and that we have not learned in last lecture. Because that is your first lecture. First of all, try to understand and then advance thing. Now putting the values of x, uv. Now n, sir, we know n is equal to 4. Sigma uv, sir, sigma uv is equal to 7. Sigma u, sigma v. So sigma u is equal to 2, sigma v 1. Divide by n 4. Sigma u square, so sigma u square 6. Sigma u whole square 2 whole square. And most important thing, sir, multiply Cy upon Cx. Cy is equal to 5, Cx is equal to 2. So multiply 5 divide by 2. Now we are calculating ahead. 4 7s are 28, 2 1s are 2, 6 4s are 24, 2 square 4 into 5 divided by 2. Going ahead, 28 minus 2, 26. Divide by 24 minus 4, 20. 26 upon 20 into 5 divided by 2. Now solve this. 26 into 5. Then 26 into 5. 26 into 5. 6 5 is 30, 5 is 10, 10 plus 3, 13. So 130. Divide by 20 into 2, 40. So 130, if you are dividing 130 divided by 40, then 0 0 cancel. 13 divided by 4, 4 3 is 12, 1, 4 2 is 8, again 2, 4 5 is 20. So 3.25 will be your answer. So you can do it in your calculator, because calculator is allowed. So your answer will be same, 3.25. Now sir, B is same, so A will same, A and B same, then all the calculation remain same. But only changes is what? In illustration number 1, normal formula is taken, second number of Karl Pearson we can say, and here shortcut formula is there, illustration number 5. So both sums are completed very easily. Now I can say you can do each and every sum from your textbook. Even short sums also you can do, long sum as well as short sum. So try to solve it. Maximum sums will try by you. Thank you very much. Meeting in next lecture with different type of sum. Thank you.